round table by Francis Kobe. Of course, hope that you've gotten one or two, three things that were being discussed just there. Thank you so much. For those that are just turning on their TV sets to this channel, we are on Go TV on channel 807. Also, you can still will catch CBC television on those set-top boxes that you bought from your nearest post offices. We are right there. And definitely today on the topic, we are looking at why people misuse their salaries. And I've just gotten a WhatsApp message here which reads, I think majority of people in Zambia, they misuse their salaries in attending to beer and girlfriends. From Frank Piri, all the way from Roma, Lusaka. Frank Piri, thank you so much for that WhatsApp that you have just sent us. For those that would still want to take part on this program, you can just send us a WhatsApp message or, of course, a text message on those lines that have been scrolling on your screens for some time now. And another message here reads, by giving their girlfriends rent houses, cars, and hotels. From Gabriel, all the way from John Lane. Thank you so much, Gabriel. For those that would want to take part on this particular topic, you are very much welcome. And let's now move on to the next segment on the program, and this we call it movie chat, where we discuss a lot of issues concerning movies, how you can make a film. And remember that the past 2 weeks we were discussing how to make a movie on a low budget. You can make that particular movie. That's what we're discussing that last week and that other week. And I hope you got a lot of tips that the guys did highlight on that particular, on those 2 interviews that we had with them. And today we are going to look on an interesting topic. I love it so much. For those that would want to be actors or actresses, this is the right time that you can really get to know the tips on how best you can be that particular actor or that actress that can really make a name from acting. And of course, we are looking at the topic entitled, how can someone be the best actor or actress? And as usual, I do host Nevis Mumba. You know him as Danny from The Crazy House, one of the comedies that we do show on CBC television. My brother, welcome.
Thanks very much for having me.
7 days gone, you're back on the show.
Yeah, sure.
Like I've said it already in my preamble, how can someone be a good or the best actor or actress?
Yeah. A lot has to be done if you want to become a very good actor or a very good actress. One thing that one should consider most is knowing the camera.
Okay.
As an actor, you have to make sure when you're given a script that you should follow, when you're being directed by a director, make sure by all costs come up with a character that will be unique to the people.
Not a copycat.
Yeah,
You're
not
trying to be someone else who has made a name already.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You should come up with a character which is very unique, whereby if any producer looks at your character, will say, no, this is the character I want to work with.
Okay.
That's the most important thing. Because it starts with your mind. If you want to build up with a good character, it starts with your mind. Work very hard, you will surely come up with a good character.
But in case there is this particular person who likes maybe the way you act, okay? The way you act, in short, they're inspired by your works. How do you think they should conduct themselves in the manner that they shouldn't necessarily copy the way you do things, but they should find their own way of doing those things, but in the manner that it comes out that they do it perfectly, but it shouldn't really show that they are inspired by what you do? How should they conduct themselves in that?
Yeah, sure. Acting is being the natural you. Acting is not all about copying a character from someone and you adapt that character. fully. No. Acting is seeing what your friend is doing best and you improving on that
Okay.
and you advancing on that. That's how acting is. I can't say if my friend was acting as a gang and he was just laughing there. At the end of the day, I'm given a character whereby I'm not supposed to laugh then. I start laughing.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'll end up coming up with a bad character which my producer and my director won't like at the end of the day.
Okay.
And the other hand, when you're acting, one other thing that you should bear in mind as an actor, you should act to teach.
Okay.
When
Nice
you're
point.
on stage,
I like that. I like that. Before you get much into that, um, don't don't you think, like you put it, that they should mean well when they're acting. They should aim at educating someone. Um, uh, what do you necessarily mean on that point that you've just touched now?
yeah. On this point, act to teach. I'm surely I'm talking about when you're on set, you're given a character, and this character involves you. There is some certain characters whereby, for example, I'm acting a movie whereby I'm given a role that I should encourage someone. Then when I'm on set, I should adapt to that. I should teach that person that this is in reality. That's acting to teach. It's something that comes deep down in you. That's acting to teach. And the other thing is that don't show off
Okay.
as an actor. You know, there are some actors have faced these challenges before. You might have actors, you're acting with them. At the end of the day, when they start gaining popularity, they tend to show off to the people. I know, she's a girl, you see. There's nothing imitating a kangi. At the end of the day, if you become too proud, you end up losing out. Because most of the times, if you concentrate, you know that what I want to do is this and that and that and that. You won't show off to the people. Those are the most important things that one should also consider on don't show. Of course, there are some actors whereby you might chase out your fans. Be it you're a musician, I'm an actor, I'm on set, I've acted great, people appreciating me, I'm going in the street, woman stuff me. At the end of the day, I end up insulting those people. TV, you know, such things. Don't show off. You have to be real.
Somebody has just contributed here. He says, if you want to be an actor, you need to be active and being confident on what part you are acting. Rockstar in Chawama. Rockstar, thank you so much for that particular contribution. For those that would want to contribute, you can use the numbers that are scrolling on your screen. Do we have anything else that an actor should put in mind?
The other thing is this way.
Okay.
When you are an actor, surely you have to know your role you are playing in that production. Because in any production there is a crew, and that crew must be respected.
Okay.
Take it you have a director, then at the end of the day you don't respect your director. How surely do you expect yourself to become a very good actor? You can't become a good actor because you are in this crew.
Okay.
Those are some of the things that one should consider.
Okay.
Discipline is the most cardinal thing because I've seen this happening several times. A director is in plan, is trying to direct you. You are busy also telling the director what he should do. Instead of you concentrating to that director of yours to listen to what he says, you end up also
You're feeling like a better writer than them.
Yeah, sure.
Too bad then. Too bad. Do you have anything else left?
So far, I've covered all the things that I prepared.
All right. Any last word to those that we are just discussing here, those that would really want to be actors or actresses in the near future?
One thing, okay, when you are an actor, you have that mind that one day I want to become an actor, I want to become a filmmaker, a film producer, anything. One thing you should have in your mind is discipline. Discipline is the most important thing. And one thing, the other thing, you shouldn't concentrate on money.
Okay.
Money is something that will follow you. Work extra hard. Work with the equipment that you have, work with the people you have.
Mhm.
Make sure develop a mind of learning.
Mhm.
If you develop a mind of learning, surely at the end of the day, you end up achieving whatsoever you want to achieve in life.
Okay.
And on my conclusion, I want the people to like our page.
Okay.
Yeah, our page on Facebook is the Outlook Blog. Then for this segment, you can search for Movie Chat. On WhatsApp, there is a line that is scrolling on the TV screen. You can just follow that. You can just write it down, and to surely add you to the group.
Mhm.
And if you want to get in touch with me directly, we discuss, we talk about movies, you can search for me on Facebook, which is Danny Nevers. On WhatsApp, the same line you can discuss. You can use that same line for calls. You can discuss and talk about movies.
Man, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you very much for having me.
Indeed, we've shared a lot of issues, and I think somebody else has gotten something out there, and definitely you have made them to be who they want to be in the near future. All right, we did manage to feature Danny Neves. I call him that way, but he's Neves Limba. And of course, still to come on the program is sports review. Then later after, we'll be able to review the topic and the discussion, which is why do people misuse their salaries? You can get in touch with us on the numbers that are scrolling on your screens. Just send us a text message or a WhatsApp message. We'll be able to read it through. Thank you so much for watching. Still to come is a sports review with Professor Now. Don't go away. with my brother Danny Nevers, and we were discussing on how to become a good or best actor or actress. And we just have some messages here. This one reads, "Good morning. So looking on the camera is a big problem when acting a movie. Miracle, is it Miracle from Mufulira? Thank you so much, Miracle from Mufulira, for that particular message that you have sent on WhatsApp. And there is no name there, but this one is saying, hey man, is there any opportunity to join your crew? Okay, definitely, Nevers will get back to you. And of course, you will be able to answer you on that particular one. The topic is still scrolling on your screen. You can get in touch with us, and a little later though, Lisa will be analyzing that particular topic with someone else who will be able to help her do that. And remember, we are discussing why do people misuse their salaries. The numbers that are scrolling on your screen are very, very important for you to get in touch with us. Just send us a WhatsApp or text message. We'll be able to read it through, and definitely we'll get to know your opinion on the topic and the discussion. Remember, it is the 5th of December, and of course, others got paid maybe on the 30th or before that, others after that. Definitely, we've seen a lot of things happening. The morale, maybe the way they've conducted themselves. Of course, today being a weekend, you see how people just do that. Would you please just share with us what you saw and why you think people behave in that manner to just misuse their salary, and at the end or on the at that particular end of the day, they found that they don't have anything to use in terms of helping their families out. And also do know that the grade 7 results are out for those that have qualified to go to grade 8. Definitely they will need to go back to school. But if parents are found in such a situation where they misuse their salary, are they be able to pay for those fees? So let us know why people are misusing their salaries. Remember, those numbers are very, very important for you. Just send us a message or text message or a WhatsApp message. Don't call us, please. Definitely we'll be able to read and we'll get talking. Now let's review sports, and as usual, I have my guest. You know him, Professor.
Yes, man.
Welcome back, man.
Thank you. Where did I go?
I don't know, but automatically I saw you on TV. You were talking fitness, and you talked much about me. I won't talk about that, man. I'll find time for that. Let's now talk sports.
Oh, I didn't know that you are the Steven I was talking about, because I just mentioned the name, so I didn't know that we only have one Steven in the world, but it was only you two guys.
We only have one Steven.
Well, okay, let's get kick-started with sports. Today we're talking sports review. Just briefly, or basically, this is a segment or a part where we talk about sporting activities that happened throughout the week. We are not giving updates on this program, but we are revealing what happened during the weekend, the games that have been played either on Saturday, Sunday, or any other day during this week, which is being done today.
Yes.
So, yeah, and to kickstart the program, of course, we start with local news. And when I talk about local news, I'm not talking about football in Zambia or anything, but I'm talking about football in Africa as a continent, because Africa is our continent, and so we can still call it local. And we've got something big that is happening or that is going on in Senegal, and this time around it's the under 23 CAF African Cup of All Nations. And we've seen different results that have come out of that competition. We've seen big teams being beaten, we've seen big teams winning, we've seen big teams drawing, we've seen a lot of action. And this time around, we draw our attention to the game between Egypt and Algeria. Of course, we saw the results which came out in that game, on that particular match. Egypt, they drew with Algeria, and that was a 1-1 draw. And then away from that, we had Mali versus Nigeria, where we saw Mali succumbing to Nigeria. They lost to Nigeria 2 goals to 3. And then coming to then a group where Zambia belonged. We saw Senegal in the first match competing with South Africa, and Senegal had won by 3 goals to 1. A Southern African team lost on that particular day. And another unfortunate thing was that instead of another South African team being able to redeem the southern part of Africa by maybe winning or drawing, they also managed to pick up a lose on that very night, and that was Zambia. They lost to Tunisia. That was 2 goals to 1, where we saw Zambia. They were the first ones to score actually in that match.
Oops.
But unfortunately, Tunisia had to come back, equalized, and managed to win that game. And then away from that, the other results that we had in the returning games concerning our group, or the group where South Africa and Zambia are concerned, we saw Tunisia taking on South Africa, and South Africa they lost. They won that game actually.
Okay.
They won that game. That was 1 goal to 0. Tunisia lost. And then Senegal versus Zambia. That was yesterday. Unfortunately, Zambia again had to lose to Senegal. That was a goal to 0. Aside from that, we saw Zambia again losing to South Africa. So basically, or automatically, Zambia, the under-23 Zambian team, has been putted out of the under-23 African Cup.
Too
of
bad,
All
but I'm
Nations.
still a Polo Polo diehard fan, man.
I know,
But looking at the Zambian match, most of the matches I can see in the Zambia-Tunisia camp, we conceded through a set piece or a corner. And in the yesterday's match, in the 4th minute, we also conceded through a corner. Does that show that we are not very... What is it that the coach should look much on? Look at that goal. Look at that goal. That one. Oh, oh my goodness.
I think this time around, Zambia, or the technical bench for the under-23, has to go into too much of looking out for players out there, because one of the things that you will discover is that the same team which played last year, in terms of the qualifiers and every tournament that was made for last year, you will find that those players who played that time are the same players that have played this time out. Yes, quite alright, in football you need consistency, but again there's an issue to do with somebody being prone to injuries. Just because you are a star, or maybe you are old, you've stayed in the national team for quite a while, doesn't mean that your performance or your form will still be like the way it was last year. Because during the transition from last year to this year, you'll find that that person or that player has undergone so many injuries. Some other injuries are contact injuries, and some other injuries are long-term injuries. So you find that these contact injuries, most of the technical bench, they don't look too much into them. They just, because it's something which is short, they think that it's something which is minor. Maybe my heel is not okay, it's paining, but they'll force me to play. Okay, why? Because it's just paining. They don't look at it. They don't look at it. See, this can create a very big problem coming when it comes to, when time goes by. It will create a problem, and it will be a long-term injury. They don't look at that. Maybe my form will come down, my performance will come down. They don't look at that. Then they just look at the fact that this is a minor injury, and it's just a contact injury, meaning that the player can still continue to play. But that is a risk. So that's the kind of risk that we Zambians are taking on. That the technical bench for the Zambian, both the Zambian national soccer team, the big boys, the Chipolopolo, and also these young guys, the young Chipolopolos, the technical benches and the coaches. Those are the risks that they take. They don't look at those technicalities. They just want a player to play, even though it's just a contact injury.
Do you think the current players failed us, and there is need to have fresh blood in the team?
Is that to the under-23 or
Both the men Chipolopolo and the junior Chipolopolo.
Oh, for the men Chipolopolo, this time around, you say that they are doing quite alright. At least they are impressive. But for the under 23, ever since Fight on Simconda took over, I've never seen glory from the under 23. All they've been doing is losing and drawing, of which that is not good when it comes to,
Too bad
to a
indeed.
part of the coach. So what it is that let them go out there and scavenge for players. Let them not just rely on the players that they have. Quite right, it's a good team. They are good at performing, but don't rely on those too much. Let's have a backup plan, or let's have a backup plan. Because look at all the games that they played. 3 games consistently losing.
Too bad indeed.
At
The first game they lost 2-1.
Yes,
The second game they lost 3-2.
3-2.
In the last game they lost 1-0.
yes. Of
Too
which
bad.
I would say that they never came out with a goal. Because as much as you are scoring and people are scoring, you are cancelling
Cancelling the goals that you
Okay.
scored.
So they came out with nothing, no tally, everything is zero.
Okay.
Yes.
So looking at it in the sense that we had our players like Ronald Kampamba, Satisate, he did manage to get a goal. And then in the second match, Conrad Luchanga also scored, and these other strikers are scoring. Do you think on the scoring part we did our level best, or who failed us really looking at the way we played?
From all the games that I watched, the midfield wasn't the most happening part for me. You know, in football, the most concerned part is the midfield. If your midfield is bad, if the players that are put on the midfield are not picking up the balls, are not holding the balls, are not supplying the balls to the set pieces, then it means that the whole team will be shattered, because they'll be giving too much pressure on the defenders. Once the ball gets out of the midfield pack and goes to the defenders, then it's something else. The defenders will be more pressurized. And most of the times when you take a look at the game that they played with Tunisia, Tunisia was more attacking using their set pieces or the wings. Okay, and then you find that when it comes to the midfield pack, it wasn't congested. Zambia, they had a free roll there, but they couldn't utilize it. The only part where they utilized it is when they scored that goal, a long range effort, of which it was an error of the goalkeeper who had moved out of his line without predicting the ball. Yes, so we need to work mostly on the midfield, because that's the heart of a team. If balls are not held from there and are not distributed from there, then the set pieces and the strikers, they will be very, I would say, they'll be very useless, because they won't be able to receive the ball. Take for instance, you are playing number 9, and as a number 9, you are supposed to be fed with the balls, but you find an instance of which a number 9 will now start dropping
Like
into the
midfielder.
deep midfield for you to get the ball. Who are you going to supply it to?
Too bad. With that sad news from the junior Chipolopolo from the CAF under 23, let's move on.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's move on to the French League, or the French League One, where on Saturday, well, we saw Paris Saint-Germain, or PSG, winning 4-1 to 3 or Troyes, and we saw Ibrahimovic putting his name on the score sheet once again. And this time around, it was a good game, or a good performance that we saw from this great team. And then aside from that, due to time, I'm not going to talk too much about this. Aside from that, when we go to the Italian Serie A, we saw the giants of Italy, AC Milan, winning by 4-1, winning Sampdoria. And then we also saw AS Roma, who are the second when it comes to the league, the table standings. They lost to Atalanta, that was 2-0. And then when it comes to Lyon, they lost again also to Montpellier. So from these three, we see that these teams which are in the top 5, it's only AC Milan that managed to record a win. Otherwise, Lyon, who are on the third spot, they also managed to get themselves a lose, and they were at home, of which it was a bad thing for the home fans, because they were obviously expecting the players to have a home advantage, but this time around it was another thing. It looked like Montpellier, they were the team that was on the home ground when it was another issue. And then away from the Italian Serie A, we go to the Bundesliga, German Bundesliga. We saw the league leaders, Bayern Munich, thrashing Hertha Berlin 2-0.
I think Bayern Munich this time around they mean serious business.
Yes.
They mean serious business. Have they ever gotten something less than a win?
Yes, they have, but in the consecutive 9 games that they've played in all the leagues, that is both the UEFA
It's a wonderful
Europa
record.
League, they won all the 9 games. They
Yeah,
have not
that's a
lost,
wonderful
that is
record, man.
consistent. And this time around, we saw Ian Robben putting his name on the score sheet after being injured for a few months. He was back on his feet and he managed to score. But the sad news again, this time around, he won't be able to travel to Borussia because he has an injury again. His injury has come back, and for the UEFA Champions League of Tuesday or Wednesday, he won't be able to feature together with Douglas Costa. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about UEFA.
Too bad.
Yeah, and then Borussia Dortmund, the team which is second in the table standings for the German Bundesliga, they won 4-1 to Stuttgart. They won Stuttgart, and this time around we saw Marco Reus putting his name also on the score sheet. This guy has been speculated to be wanted by big and top clubs in the Europe, and he's saying that he came out to say, I'm not interested in those what I'm just about to do now. I want to concentrate on the games that I have. And then away from that, we go to one of the famous leagues that we have, the Spanish La Liga. We take a look at Atletico Madrid, the game between Atletico Madrid and Espanyol. We saw Atletico Madrid winning 1-0, and their talisman, of course, Griezmann, being able to score or to put his name on the score sheet. Barcelona, after thrashing Real Madrid 4-0 on Saturday, again they were at it again. They thrashed Real Sociedad 4-0, and this came after Real Sociedad managed to sack their coach David Moyes. They had to succumb to this lose.
Too bad.
And then Real Madrid, they had a hard-fought win to Elba 2-0, where we saw Gareth Bale opening the score sheet, and then Cristiano Ronaldo also putting his name on the score sheet again, being dubbed as one of the top scorers now in this season, anyway, as far as the Spanish La Liga is concerned. And then lastly, we talk about the most advertised, most talked about league.
We
in the
saw
world,
Manchester City
which is,
coming back to the top of the league table. The league table.
But I didn't even mention the league.
I know. The most talked is that. The most talked is that. Wherever you go, it's the English Premier League.
Oh, okay. English Premier League. The most disappointing result which we saw on the weekend was the game between Leicester City and Man U. Man U were the favourites, so Manchester United were the favourites to win this game. But this time around, they managed to collect a 1-1 draw to Leicester. And during that game, we saw Jamie Vardy, the striker for Leicester, managing to put his name again on the score sheet, meaning that he is one of the most consistent top scorers of the Barclays Premier League, because he has scored in the 9 Barclays Premier League games that he has played consistently without missing a game. That he has managed to beat the record for Ruud van Nistelrooy, a former Manchester United striker. And then away from that game, we saw Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp managing to pick up the win at Swansea City.
I think Liverpool is now in the good form with the coming in of Klopp. I think they have now stepped up in the manner that we really expected them to come out because.
Okay, now showing on the screen there is the Manchester City game versus Stoke, where we saw them thrashing their opponents, that is 3-1, and then we saw Iheanacho scoring that game. We've got bad news, but as well for the Manchester City fans. When they travel to Borussia Mönchengladbach on Tuesday for the Champions League, they won't be able to have Sergio Aguero, who just came out of an injury, but he's back with his injury, so he won't be able to feature on that game. And then we also see also feature on the two games. The game which they're supposed to play tomorrow, he won't feature in that game, and the game they're supposed to play on Wednesday when they travel to Wolfsburg for the Champions League, he won't be able to feature on that game. But good news is that Jess Lingard is back. His injury is done, and he has been training with the team. So this has reduced their injury list to at least 6 people, where we saw Luke Shaw, who is on a long-term injury. That's the left back. Marco Rojo is also injured, who was also playing on the left back. We've seen the likes of Antonio Valencia. He is also injured. He also plays on the left back. So this time around, Van Gaal has got an headache on who he's going to put on the left back in these two games. But there's been speculations that Daddy Blind, the Dutchman, might be able to play on the left back. And then the young man who was introduced early this season to the team, that is Paddy McNair. He is back. He will be able to play on the central midfield, on the central defense.
Okay,
I think that's all that I had.
thank you so much. But before I let you out of the studio, the finalist for the Ballon d'Or is out, and there are 3. Messi making it up to that, and the new man there, Neymar, is also on that list, and Cristiano Ronaldo. What's your prediction? Who do you think is going to get the Ballon d'Or? Can the injury that Messi just from healing disturb him from getting the Ballon d'Or?
When you take a look at Messi, since he came back from his injury, he has managed to show up that top performance. But still, that doesn't guarantee him scooping the Ballon d'Or. I think I will go for Neymar, because the young man has been very fantastic and spectacular. He has displayed a lot of things. In fact, he has shown the fans of the world out there that he can do it despite Messi missing. Because most of the times we say that Messi is the one who gives who supplies the ball to Neymar for him to score, or maybe to do these other things. That during the absence of Neymar, we've seen him coming up. So I'll go for Neymar.
You're going for Neymar. That's where you're putting your money.
Yes.
All right, Lancy Sanima, professor here, says he's putting his money on Neymar, and he says Neymar is going to win his first Ballon d'Or this time around. All right, let's hope it will come to pass, man.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
All right, thank you so much for coming to the Lens.
All right.
Had enjoyed the time we spent together today. Okay. All right, so that's what we had on Sports Review. I had Professor Lance, and we discussed a lot. I think you have enjoyed. Remember that the topic under discussion today on the Ultimate Block is why do people misuse their salaries? And we have a WhatsApp message here which reads, people get excited when they get paid, forgetting about more important things in the long run, finding themselves in a lot of debt because of misplaced priorities, e.g. beer, womanizing, and stuff. There is no name there though. Thank you so much for that particular WhatsApp message that you have sent us. For those that would still want to take part on this particular platform, you can send us your WhatsApp messages or text messages to the numbers that are scrolling on your screen, and we'll be able to do just that, read the messages and get to know what your opinion is. Alright, still to come on the program is now the analysis of the topic under discussion by Lisa and her guest. Stay tuned.
watching the Ultimate Blog, and of course we're discussing the topic, which is why do most people misuse their salaries? And of course, to help me discuss this topic, I have with me
Lighton Chulu.
Lighton Chulu. You're welcome to the program.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you very much. Well, talking about the topic itself, we won't go deep into discussing other things. According to how you understand the topic, why do most people misuse their salaries? What could be some of the reasons that lead to people misusing their salaries rather than doing other creative things that would benefit them? Why do you think so?
Okay, there are many reasons why people misuse their salaries.
Okay.
But the main reason that they do that, it's because they don't make budgets.
Okay.
And they don't have goals. If you like make budgets, you have a minimum amount of money you should be spending. And again, the reason is that you know how like it's just the end of year, people will be like rejoicing, like celebrating for a new year. This is a time whereby they start misusing their money. They forget that they have a new day to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned lack of budget.
Lack of budgeting, yeah. That's and lack of goal.
They don't have goals. They don't know what they want to achieve.
Yeah.
No wonder they misuse their money.
Yeah. That's the thing. Let's say if you have a budget, now a budget helps to put everything in order.
Okay.
Let's say you've gotten your salary and you don't know where to take it. That you don't know your budget.
Okay.
Your money will actually like be complicated. You find yourself misusing a lot of money.
Okay.
Reason being, you don't know where to take it. You don't have any plans.
Okay, so let's say you have everything.
Uh-huh.
You have a house to yourself. You
Yeah.
have a car.
Yeah.
You own some businesses to yourself, and then you still work. And then you get that salary. You just want to make yourself happy,
Yeah.
and you misuse it. Could that person be called? He doesn't have a goal, or maybe
Well-
he's lacking a goal.
Well, that's another thing. Again, that's another point.
Okay.
Whereby whenever a person has everything, like you've got a house paid for, like for those example who work in the government, their house have been paid for, children's school fees are paid for, and house bills, everything. Like whenever their salaries come, they don't know where to take it. Actually, what happens is that they start giving their children like 100p, start spending it anyhow. Yeah. So, well, some do have a budget.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's just selfishness. Maybe
Self-selfishness.
maybe that's how I can call it.
Okay. Instead of giving it to someone.
Yeah,
who's in
someone
need
who's
of it.
in need, they start like misusing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are some people that when they get their money, their salary rather, you may find that they've budgeted for it, and just at the middle of the month, before the month ends, they'll run out of money. Would you say such people also don't plan very well for their budget?
Exactly.
Or maybe there are just some things that they don't know. Or
Okay.
maybe if you can tell them.
One thing that you should, let's say you should calculate whenever you have got a budget, is to look at where your money comes from and how much you gain and how much you're going to spend.
Okay.
So if you take a look at these things, you get to know how much to use. There are some people who usually like they want to spend more, but yet they don't have that much amount.
Okay.
So they found themselves like misusing a lot. Like at the end of a month, they don't have any money, and they start borrowing.
Okay.
And it has been estimated. I don't know how true is it, but it's been said like 60% of the employees who work in many companies, at the date of 15th, they like don't have any money. Their salary is gone. That's something which is bad.
They
I don't know.
end
It's,
up in Ngongole
yeah.
in debt.
yeah, that's something again which has to be looked at.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's this saying that goes like kumvela mushe kumaveka mushe, and when you make money you have to use it.
Well,
Okay.
That's a nice saying.
Uh-huh.
But again, mind the way you use your money.
Okay.
Let's say, let's put it this way. We've got a group of friends. Like, let's say I've got a group of friends, and among my friends, like, I'm the only one who's working.
Okay.
Yeah, and like, all those friends will be looking at me like he's a buyer. He's going to buy everything. That Gulira be a Chanchan, and say, you know, yeah, yeah. And then, like, when Friday comes, you go buy, and then you rejoice. You know, you party, you do all sorts of things, and then, like, when that money finishes again, you'll be the same one who'll be going to those friends, like, borrowing the money for transport. Which is the okay. You can rejoice, but try to put that on your budget. If you make a budget, you get to use how much money you can use for or like to play with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I really agree with you on that. It is lack of goal, lack of good planning, and lack of good budgeting.
Yeah.
That's what leads to some people misusing their salary.
Yeah.
And there are some people who say, sinifuna kuona ndama pantumbo. Because some people would consider them to be stingy, and they don't want that. So instead, they will show off to their friends and all that, even the family members or the relatives rather. I don't want to have this money on my pockets. I just have to use it, and then some more is going to come in. What do you have to say about that? Because God says, "Blessed is the hand that gives." And then there are some people who do not want to stinge. They don't want to be greedy and all that. They will definitely want to share their money, and they think that after giving, more money is going to come to them.
Well, exactly. Yeah, the Bible says that if you give, you're going to receive.
Okay.
The person who gives is a good person. Well, like I said, you should look where your money comes from.
Okay.
You may continue like giving your money up. Like you give, I'm a good Samaritan. I give this money. You don't look at your pocket.
Okay.
So it's good to look at your pocket. That's when you can give.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good whereby to tell your friend like I don't have money, or maybe you start boasting like I've got another one, like end of month and it's just near. Just let me give you this. You don't know what can happen.
Okay.
Things just come up, you know.
Very true.
Yeah.
So I would ask you this personal question.
Yeah.
Are you a type of person who spends his money?
Well,
Not misusing, but just spending.
yeah, I do spend, but I've got a budget also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very true. Thank you so much for making your time to come through.
No, it's my pleasure.
We're really humbled to have you on our show.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I would say that to all of you that maybe misuse their money, the people that do not know how to budget well for their money, maybe you get huge sum of money. There are some people who get 500 kwacha, and they're able to sustain their family. And compared to someone who gets maybe 10,000 kwacha,
Again,
they fail to meet up with the entire month. They fail.
Yeah.
You find that at the end, at the middle of the month, their money is all gone.
Yeah,
So
which is
that
bad.
means that those people do not plan well for their money,
Yeah, they don't.
and they have to learn from that. What is your advice to them?
Well, this is the only time to start planning.
Okay.
Like when a person, we should have goals in life. They could be long or short-term goals. Most people don't take that seriously, but we should do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and like let's say short goals. Let's say you plan like next month, I will buy a laptop or maybe a computer. That's a short term. You can just do it in, like just very fast. And then a long term goal can be something. Let's say I'm planning to retire at the age of 65.
Okay.
And then by then I want to have this much. Let's say billions of dollars.
Okay. Just to wind up, sorry to cut you.
No, that's fine. Time.
If we had time, we could go on and on talking about this topic. And remember, it was last week's topic, and we're just completing it this very week. And that's it for the Ultimate Block. Do sure to join us next week for more and more information, because CBC is for in-depth news and business information. This has been Lisa, and on behalf of Stephen Nkoma, it's till next week, and God bless you.